Hey everybody, the cameraman here. Today is Sunday, August 27th. It's 3:24 p.m. We're here to visit Nate Tseglin and document the visit. And where do we have
Stay there. Yes, we're going to do everything here.
Why should we do?
Because I said so.
Why do you say so?
Shut up. What do you want?
What
kind of clown are you?
I ask
Press
you, I
pass.
come to visit Nate.
You're a joke.
Why don't
Right
you
here.
give-
Nate doesn't want to visit him?
No. How
No.
do I know?
I told you.
No.
I don't care. Don't say no. It's my house,
He-
my thing.
No, it's not your house.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, anyway. You want to give that to him?
No.
Then go on
I
your way.
want to see Nate.
No.
No?
Nate doesn't want to see you.
How do I know?
I told you.
You
I'm
lie?
not a liar. Go ahead.
You always lie.
Go ahead. You going to leave this stuff here?
Okay. You don't want to me go, look to
Look
my
at this
son?
clown.
Okay. It's not your body. No, not your business.
Oh, good. You don't know what he looks like, right? You've never seen him before.
Okay.
All right, take
So,
it easy.
so you don't want me let see Nate because you
You don't want to
so.
see Nate. You want to come here with assholes like this and cause problems.
I wouldn't be
If you-
here if the history I wouldn't be told. And I'm not an asshole,
you
sir.
believe him?
Yes,
That's
I
your
do.
problem. Well, that's your problem.
That's a
what you're
widespread
an
corruption
asshole.
in
Of course
mental
you
health,
believe
sir.
Well, you're
You're
legally
so-
I
required
don't want
to
to
allow
argue with
visitation.
you. I
Then
come
get
to
out.
visit.
And this is what our tax dollars are going for, ladies and
Legally required to
gentlemen.
allow visitation.
Go ahead and leave. Listen, here's the deal. You don't want to see your son. I'll give you my card there, sir.
No,
if you want to
you
look
don't
at
need-
look at the things, the
you
truth.
don't
He doesn't
need your
want you to
card.
have my card. You know why? Because you know you're lying and I'm not. That's why. Just like the clowns you brought last week.
What's a lie?
I gave
Give
him
one
my
lie.
card.
Give one lie. That's
Okay,
a lie that
one
we're
lie?
saying. Yeah, one lie.
One
Just
lie
one lie.
that we're abusing your son, that Brian abused, and Anthony
So he's
abused.
never been choked, never been
course not.
assaulted,
Are
never
you
been
stupid?
sexually
Are you
assaulted,
stupid?
never.
Shut up.
Maybe he never your stuff.
You're a very
He never had
vexatious
seizures?
person, sir.
Oh, no, he has a seizure probably what, once every 6 months? Not. I read your paperwork. He has 50 seizures a day and 110 episodes of EPS. Nobody does.
How do you know?
Just shut up. You just make shit up. Anyway,
Okay.
Oh,
if
Nate
you want to
makes it up
visit
too.
Nate,
Well, if you
one,
know-
he doesn't want to see you.
Okay. You want.
Two, you put your stuff down, you let us search you like we would at a jail or a hospital or anywhere
Oh,
else,
okay.
and you can visit.
Oh, okay.
You know why you can't visit? Because you go in there filming stuff and you bring clowns like this.
Why you don't allow
I'm a
filming?
clown.
Why don't you
Why
allow
cannot,
filming?
my
Yeah,
son-
why don't you allow filming?
I'm
Yeah.
not scared. Are you
So
serious?
why don't you
So
allow
Don't
filming?
scare me.
So
Okay,
why-
good. So why don't
so
you
why
allow
you don't
filming?
want to film in
Filming
prison?
of
You
Nate.
really want to spend the rest of your life doing this?
No, I'm just
It's
wondering.
You're a
Reason.
smart kid. You should
And
be having
Nate
a
used
job.
to. We both used to
I
go to
understand
college.
that,
He used to be
but
smart.
this is where we are today. California took away your father's right to be conservator. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder
too.
how many times you've been arrested for abuse.
You know how many times? You want to know how many times?
many
Check the record. 0.
No, well, I know they took him out of the home.
Yeah.
I know they
Okay.
took your son out of
You
your
were
home
there.
several
Because of your
times.
report.
You were, yeah, because
You
Several
make
times.
report.
No, you're
You
You
make
removed
false
the
report.
How come they
services.
didn't give him back to you?
You
They
How
did.
many
make
He
times
was
have you been to the
released.
hospital or to the courts? And
Okay.
every single time
I
you lose.
come with
How
you
come?
not to
How
argue.
come? No, I know. You don't want to hear the. You don't want him to hear the truth.
So you want to say that your stuff never broke.
Well,
my
what's
son,
the
right?
truth, sir?
not.
Explain to me
Yeah,
the
what's
truth.
the truth?
Who are you with?
I'm independent. I'm with myself and these gentlemen today.
I mean, what's,
Okay.
You can go read the history of
So-
the case.
so- you
Well, the
know
only
what
history
lie-
online is about the abuse.
And yeah, you know why? Because it's them saying it.
Well, if it's not true,
about
why
Nate?
not
Exactly.
talk
Why
to the
it's not
media
true?
and disprove this man's statements and prove that he's a liar? Don't say he's a liar. Show me some evidence.
What would that be if it doesn't exist?
Like,
Well, why don't you bring Nate out here and show that there's no abuse on him?
and medical
If Nate
evidence?
wanted to,
Or
he
show
would say,
show
"Let
me
my
some
father come
form
in."
that this
And what about
man isn't
medical
crazy.
evidence?
Why aren't you replying to subpoenas? Why aren't you
Yeah.
going to court? Why are
We
you
get- we get
why are you
5
saying he's a
subpoenas a
liar
month.
but don't want to
5
confront?
subpoenas a month, and we do comply. Every time we've been really asked to go to court, we go to court, and every single time he is lost. Every single time he is
And you
lost.
don't know why I lost?
And first of all,
No, listen to this. He's going to tell you why I lost. Why you lost? Tell him.
Because you lie always.
I lie. And
You're
what about the
lying
police?
always.
Police and the judge, are they on my side?
I will tell you.
Go ahead.
It's needed.
Tell them what you. No, last week you made a fool out of
Here's the
yourself.
thing.
You told them adult abuse, adult protective services, the police,
Yes.
You don't bring
judge,
Nate to the
they
court.
all
You don't
said,
bring Nate.
you said they were under my
So
control.
why do you ask
But
me
you don't
now?
bring.
Does that sound
but
crazy
you don't
to you?
bring.
So
you don't,
why do you
you don't
ask
bring
me
Nate
now?
to the court, though. That's not fair.
Nate doesn't want to go to the
Oh,
court.
okay,
Are you
fine.
crazy?
Okay, fine. He doesn't want to go, but if you have only one side of the story, the staff.
No, it's not just one side. The
Really?
judge has decided, what, 10, 15
I know,
times?
but we're not witnesses. We can't tell you whether
No,
they're
you brought
wrong.
a witness. Remember the witness you brought?
No,
She said she sat out in the car, and then you wrote down all the answers for her, and when she got up on the judge says you can't read that. Remember what happened? She looked like a complete buffoon up there, remember? The judge told her to go sit down and get out of her way.
You're making up
No,
that
I'm
you
not.
wrote the answers. but
Absolutely not.
That's
Okay,
not true, but
absolutely not.
you can make that up if you want
Just
to.
the way this guy's here, believing you on good faith, he could
It's
go
not
and
about
read
believing.
the truth about what's happened.
we need-
Every single time you've gone to court, you have lost. Every single time.
But is there any evidence? Like, if there was
What?
evidence.
What are you saying? Evidence?
Like evidence,
You
like
lost.
I understand that the
But
staff
why
will
do you
probably
never-
say no, we didn't choke him. But is
You
there any
did.
evidence, i.e.,
How do you show that
medical
I
evidence?
didn't choke somebody?
You're right.
That's
it's not
stupid.
easy. It's not easy.
No,
but
it's
medical.
impossible.
How do you show?
How do I show
You're
that?
right.
How do I show
You're
that I
right.
didn't pull your hair 5 minutes
You're
ago?
right. You're right.
Well,
That's
you got-
hard,
well-
it's hard
well-
to show unless you have video.
What are you
but
saying?
Well, if you pulled his hair right here, you have evidence because there's
okay,
cameras
okay,
out
Right
here.
here,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
but
okay.
in there is none. How
Okay.
do I disprove
Okay.
a negative?
Okay.
Well, you could
but
put
here's-
cameras
here's-
inside,
here's-
but that could be rather
Okay,
costly.
Okay, how do you disprove?
Well, then that'd be
that's
disproved
the
right
point.
there.
How do you disprove that whether a person? That's the point. But what about? Here's the big allegation that we have:
What
that
is
he
it?
has seizures, and that
No,
he.
we
That,
take care of his seizures. He's in better shape now than he was living with
okay,
me.
now that's
Period.
something you can prove or disprove.
It is
now.
proven.
Oh, where's the medical evidence?
Why do I
What
have to
proof?
give that to you? You guys
Because
are clowns.
you have to give it to the court.
Well, that nobody's asked. The court
Oh,
has
exactly.
never asked.
But that's why I'm
You
subpoenaing
go
you.
down there every day.
That's
you
why I'm
spend your life
subpoenaing you.
down there writing up subpoenas
Exactly.
and asking
Because
for
we want
44
evidence.
things.
Evidence. That's all.
Handwritten. All this
That's all
joke.
we're asking
It's a
for.
joke.
But evidence.
It's a joke.
Okay.
We have zero evidence. Zero evidence. It's your
I
word,
can-
their
No,
word
no.
versus.
Every doctor that's seen him has told
I
them.
can.
has said, but there's no
Well,
evidence.
according to you, every doctor, every police, every adult protective services,
all we
every
need is
judge is
evidence.
lying.
All we need is evidence, and that'll for sure. It's evidence is
Then
scientific.
do a good subpoena, dude.
Okay.
Do a good subpoena.
I'm working
Not
on
this amateur stuff.
Okay, whatever
Why
will-
don't you spend
whatever
a little
works
money
for
and
you.
get a lawyer if you're so sure about yourself?
If we had
Because
money,
I don't steal
have,
money.
We don't
You
have
steal
money.
money.
We don't have.
You
I
steal
mean, you
money.
have a lot. You have a big business. We don't have the money to spend on a lawyer, but I'll
If
work
it was
on
that
it.
serious, you'd get a
You
lawyer.
have a good illegal business,
No, you're
stealing
lying.
money
You're lying.
from people,
Okay, anyway,
abusing
that's-
them.
That's why I've been in business for 22 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so. That's why they call me every time they have an emergency. That's why I'm being asked to take care of your son. That's a joke. Yeah, it's a joke.
I have documents to prove that it's a joke, that you are joking.
Let me, you have documents. How come
Okay.
every single time in court you've lost?
'Cause we
Every
don't-
single
First of
time.
all, we don't get any
Every
evidence.
single
Yeah.
time.
I will tell the court why I lost.
Because you're lying. You make up stuff.
Alright,
You
okay.
write out the answers for the witnesses, and then it falls apart when the witness can't read it.
First of all,
You
there was
know
only
that.
one witness ever, and you're making it up that
I'm
he
not
wrote
making
the
it up,
answers.
and you know it.
Okay.
She made an ass out of herself up there because she wasn't allowed
But
to
he
read.
didn't write the answers.
He wrote the answers. I was
Okay.
right there beside him when he
Oh,
was saying,
okay.
"I'm going to say this.
Okay.
You
well,
say
if you
this."
say so.
Yes or no?
Do you want to prove that you're a liar?
You can, well, whatever. Go
Oh, I
ahead.
can prove.
Okay.
You tell me, did your staff broke my son's
Never.
hands? Never.
Has he ever been in a cast? Has he ever had anything broken in
No,
his body?
he never was in the case.
What are you
You don't
talking
remember.
about? What-
You don't remember
you're
that
being
he was
dumb.
in the case?
You're being dumb. Nothing's ever
Okay.
broken here.
No,
Nice,
here
nice.
I say
Name
about your
call.
stuff. I say not about this stuff. I say about your stuff previous.
Me?
Your
You're
stuff.
asking me if I broke his hand?
No, stuff.
In 2009.
When? 2009?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. If
You don't
it's
remember?
true, if it's true, who knows?
Who knows?
We
you
used to have
to
to.
know. It's
That's
your
when he was
stuff.
living in a cage, if I remember right. That's when he was in your house
a
before the
minute.
police took him out
Let's
No.
get,
because he
let's
was
get
living
it
in a
straight.
cage.
Let's get
No.
it straight.
Does he know
No.
that?
Let's get
Does
the-
he know
let's-
he was removed from your
let's-
apartment
let's
because he
get
was
the
living in
record
a
straight.
cage?
Let's get the record straight.
No
How
no
long did he live?
electricity.
How long did he
No
live?
no bed. No
Really?
toilet. No
Listen,
nothing.
I
Why?
tell you-
Why? Because you were afraid of him. Because
Okay.
you couldn't control him.
I tell
That's
you-
why the police came and took him away when I quit. When I left, that's when the police
Because
came
you
and took him
wrote
away.
a false accusation,
No, it's
fabricated
bullshit. The police
accusation.
wouldn't have taken him if it was
I
false.
have copy of your.
The
So what
police
was
would
the
not have
accusation?
taken him if it
What
was
was
false.
the
They took him out of your house for a reason. Every time you've lost your son, it's been because of neglect or abuse.
What was
that,
he supposed to
sir,
do?
is on the record.
Okay.
What was he supposed
So-
to do when you took away the staff? Was he supposed to keep the door open?
He
and
told
let-
me to get out. He brought me a homeless person and said he wanted him to be in charge of my staff. You remember
in
that?
2013.
You
Never
brought an
happened.
African American and you brought him and you said, this man
I
knows
don't know,
more than you
your
do.
memory
I want
might-
you to be in charge.
your memory
I
might
want
be
him to be in
confused.
charge. You
You're
remember?
lying again.
No, I'm not
You're
lying.
lying.
You
How
brought me
do
a
you know
homeless
that
man.
he's
Okay,
homeless?
and that's
He
How
told
do
me
you
he
know?
was. He told me. I interviewed him.
He told
Okay.
He
you.
told me he was homeless.
Okay, what is his
Okay.
name?
I don't remember his name. It's been 10
Okay,
years.
that's-
Okay,
yeah.
how he looks.
Look, he doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, because I want to talk about 2013. Remember 2013?
Yeah,
Why- why did your
we got
staff-
him in January 2013.
Exactly. Do you remember why you pulled out your staff?
Why I pulled out my staff?
Yeah.
That's because your mom and dad kept filming stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So why did he keep filming?
Because that's what he does. He
why
films
is he
shit
not
for no
allowed?
reason.
Oh, exactly. So why you have a problem?
I'm not going to be in somebody's house where he's filming me and then going down to Irvine City Council ranting and raving about what we're doing. Screw that.
Okay, so you.
And then what happened after that? They took him away from you again.
Because
And they
of
gave
your
him to
false
us. And then what
accusation.
happened after that? The state took away your conservatorship. The whole state. After investigations and police and court, they said, nope, you don't have
You're
it anymore.
skipping that he was
After
released.
investigation?
Yeah.
Your false investigation?
Wait a minute, but
No,
he was
Irvine
released.
police took him and charged you. Remember
Because
that?
of your
They
false,
charged you, remember?
false,
And it was dropped, by the
report.
way.
Well, probably because we took him out of the house.
Okay, if you remember, before you wrote the false report, did you remember why you pull out services from us?
I just told you. The last incident was your wife was up there on top filming
Filming, okay.
us as we were outside talking,
Okay.
and then lied about it.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You're, you're forgetting.
Yeah, I'm
You,
forgetting.
you have a special memory. You're forgetting what you don't want, and you remember what never happened.
What happened
So,
in court? Every
okay.
single time you went to court. Every single time.
Yeah.
Have you ever won anything? You tried to get 3 restraining orders, 0. You tried to get back
Because
conservatorship, 0.
We don't have evidence.
You tried to get
That's
well,
the problem.
so
We're trying
what
to
does that
get
tell
evidence.
you? What does that tell
No, but
you?
we're trying to get evidence.
What does that tell you if there's no
Exactly.
evidence?
That's
There is
why-
none.
that's why I dismissed
No
the
judge has
petition,
ever
because we
taken
need
you
evidence.
seriously, Robert.
Because
None.
we need evidence.
But
That's why.
Get it.
I'm trying. We're trying.
Get a lawyer.
Okay.
We're trying.
Well, if it was my son and if I was on the street homeless, I'd get a lawyer.
Okay,
I would do something.
Oh, da.
You're not
first-
serious.
you-
You want to do this every weekend for the rest of your life. You know what's going to happen if Nate dies or moves away or just flat out disappears?
That's why we're trying to
You
save his life.
Go poof. There's no reason for your existence. The
Oh.
only reason you're here is because, I got to do something about Nate.
Exactly.
Nate's
Nate-
fine.
Oh, you
Nate's fine.
Yeah, if Nate dies,
He's
that's
happy.
why we're
No.
trying to save his
He's
life.
heavier.
No.
He's happier. He's not eating no choices. Do whatever you say. You used to feed him in a cage.
Oh.
The bedroom door to his room, remember? It had a slot, just like a jail. Remember? That's how you would feed him. Why?
Okay, now,
Why?
I want-
no electricity.
I want to remind your
Shit
bad
and piss
memory.
all over the floor.
Because
How
you
come?
have a bad
How
memory
come?
when you don't
That's
want.
when the
I want to
Irvine
remind
police
you.
took him away from
Okay,
you.
do you-
More than once.
Can you stop
than once.
talking? Can I ask questions?
Tell me if I ever say
Okay.
anything wrong.
Okay, I tell you everything what you say wrong.
You're a joke.
And for example, you say that you don't know I'm filming because, and that's why you took my son.
I what?
Okay, do you remember why we filming, Nate? Do you
Because that's
remember?
what
Or you
do.
forget this too?
That's what you do. We're in your house
Okay.
trying to help you
Help?
because he's living in a cage. And,
Choking
and
my
he was,
son
why
is
was he in a
help?
cage? Because he wanted to kill you, pretty much.
Choking-
So we were in there restraining him quite often because you were insisting that he stay at home. The regional center finally got enough sense, and the police finally got enough sense because I left and they took him
So
away
him
immediately.
going to the
Okay.
him
And you're
going
not
to
getting him
school
back.
is
Sure.
considered
You see,
trying
you
to.
The
cannot give me
state,
a
the state
question.
is the conservator.
You cannot give me a
They're the
question.
conservator now,
You see,
and good for Nate.
especially-
Nate has a good life.
Rambling because you don't want to give me question. When you say that I filming, can your memory remember that I filming him because your stuff choked my son?
Nothing ever happened. That's
No-
not true.
But
Where's the film that shows us choking?
okay,
Never
I
happened.
have picture.
Never happened. You have
You
pictures.
forgot?
You have pictures of us restraining him, none of us choking him. When you
Oh.
restrain somebody, we have to hold them down. Nate's very violent, and you know it. That's why you couldn't handle him. That's why you put him in a cage.
Okay, choking him it's restraining.
And by the way, when we used to restrain him, you used to come up and punch him. Remember that?
No.
Yes, you would.
Okay,
You would
okay.
punch
Whatever
him in
you
the
say
face,
is
you would
right and
kick him.
whatever-
Yes
yeah,
or no?
yeah, okay.
That's
No.
documented.
Okay.
That's on paper.
Or whatever
That's
you say
proven.
is true, and whatever we say is not. But the problem with what you're saying is, what about the times when he went to school? What about the times when he
That
was?
was great. I
That
like
was
that.
great.
When we
I
first
agree.
started, he was still in school.
Do you remember? I want to just remind you again. Do you remember when you come to us? you wanted me,
You're on
that
the
I
wrong
was
side.
agree.
You're going to realize this at some point that this is just wasting your time.
Okay.
You know, I don't care. You can call me all the names you want. I know I'm a clown. I know a fool. But if this man put this gentleman in a cage, did all these things you're alleging, why isn't he in jail? These
They
are
released him
serious.
because we took him, and the state took away.
But still,
conservatorship.
that's still
They
enough to
decided
charge
drop
this
the
gentleman.
charges. They drop charges all the time. They didn't want to go after an old man.
Well, if he's such the abuser, then he should be in jail.
He's been charged more than once.
Well, then why isn't he in jail? He should be in jail if he's such the abuser you say he is. And you should have pushed to have him in jail if he's such the abuser.
We saved Nate, so we're good. The state did what they were supposed to do. The police decided, or the DA decided.
So
not to
why
press
is the
charges.
state
That's fine.
always right and the parents
I'm not
always
saying
right?
they're always right.
They're not
I'm saying in
always
this case, you have
But he
gone to
was
court
released
20
three-
times
but
and
the-
you've lost every time.
Well, first of all, those were little restraining orders. We're not trying to go after your staff. Second of all,
You
he
are
was
trying-
released.
you tried-
No,
you
we're
got-
trying to we're trying to save his life from abuse.
So you were making up restraining orders?
We're not making it up. It's not coming. But we don't want Nate to be retaliated against. But it's not coming
He's
from
not
us
retaliating.
anyway.
He has a good life.
I wish he would.
He does.
I would
I
love.
promise.
To. I would love to.
Why you
I would
don't
love
have
to.
this life? Why you put him in the
It's a
cage?
group home. He's caged.
Oh,
He's
this
not
is
a
group
cage.
home?
Are you serious?
This is a metal
Wow.
door, two locks.
How
Yeah,
often
look
does he go
around,
home?
dude. It's Santa Ana. Look, everybody has a metal door. Are you serious?
You, how many
Give me a
guards you
break.
have?
How many what?
Guards.
They're not guards. You're being dumb. Nate's a 2-to-1 because he gets very violent.
Oh, very violent. Why he wasn't
Here,
violent?
let's go inside and see what he does to you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You let me go inside?
Put your phone down.
No.
Yeah. Put your phone down.
No, I don't trust him.
You're afraid of him and you know it.
No,
You don't want to go see him.
I don't
And Nate
trust
talks about getting you all the time. Yeah.
Why
Put your
not?
phone
Why not
down.
have? Why not allow recording? Why not have it open?
Have what open?
Have it open.
Why
Like,
is
what,
it-
if
Because
what you're
does he
saying
do
is
with it?
true,
He
have
goes
recording.
down, he takes snips of pictures and says, "Oh look." He goes to Irvine Community or Chamber
if you
of
have nothing
Commerce
to
and
hide,
rants and raves.
so
no,
what?
No, stop. You know what you can do with pictures. You know what you can do with statistics or anything else. Anything. It's all a joke. You can switch it around, but you know what? It's never worked. I've seen the YouTube where you're at your Irvine ranting and raving. What do they do after your 20 minutes? Okay, thank you. See ya.
Well, if you know the
Anybody
YouTube,
ever
have you
listen?
seen my previous
Anybody
video
ever
about
listen?
this?
Say it again.
Well, if you've been on the YouTubes, have you seen the previous video I made about this?
But that you made about this?
Yes, I've been here before, yes.
No, I haven't. I'll tell you
Yes.
what. I wouldn't go around bragging about it. Apparently, nobody pays attention.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I won't remember your bad memory, as you
But
say. Okay. So
this is the face of Orange County mental health, ladies and gentlemen.
We are joking.
There was no choking.
Maybe the reason why you don't want to go to your
Here,
place
put your phone
with
down.
my
Let's go see what
no,
Nate
no,
does.
no.
You
Because
know Nate's
I-
going to go after you.
I want to
You don't want to
collect-
go in there. You
I
really
want-
don't want to go in there, and you know it.
Everything you say,
This
you
is
don't
all-
want to
This is
record.
all a big sham for you
Not
to
a-
come here. Let me see. I'll get this guy. Last week it was 2 more people. Before that, let's see. Let's call. What's the Jerry Springer show? That clown show.
Jerry Springer's relationships, not mental health. You might want to call Dr. Phil.
No, it wasn't Dr. Phil. He called that Steve show, Steve Wilco show. Oh, let's come here. All this bullshit. Why? Why don't you just go along with it? Why don't you put your phone down? Let's go in and visit Nate.
Why?
You don't
why-
want to visit Nate because you know he's going to beat your ass.
No, that's
Yeah,
not.
he will. Yes, he will.
What? Listen. What? He visited him for 1 year before,
He
right?
doesn't want to see him now.
Well, oh, but he visited for year before. So how can you say
Why
that?
did he stop?
Why did
Because
he
you
stop?
were telling him that if he didn't attack staff,
Oh.
right? If he didn't attack staff, you were going to send him to Israel.
tell me
Right?
everything.
If he didn't start having fake seizures, you were never going to see him again. You remember all that? You
It's
remember all
never
that?
happened. Again,
Never
you're
happened,
lying.
man. That's not.
You're
crazy.
You are
You're
in
crazy.
your shape.
You're
You're
crazy.
lying.
Everything you tell Nate, he'll tell me after.
And Nate's told the investigators too the same things you told them.
Did he
Yeah.
tell the investigators he has seizures? Did he tell
He
the
has a
investigators
seizure
he
about
was
once every
choked?
6 months, whatever.
Did he tell the
Once every 6
investigators he was
months.
choked?
You're the ones that told him to say that he has 50 seizures
Oh, okay.
and 115 episodes of
Okay.
EPS, which is impossible.
You say we said it, right?
Yeah.
But we have proof we didn't say it.
Well,
That's the difference. We have proof.
So I
Many
just
years
wanted
of the
to-
conversations that we didn't say it.
I just want to make a point. Why are you scared
I'm
if
not
I
scared
feel
of it.
you?
So, yeah.
You want to go in? Let's go in.
No,
Let's go in.
it's my camera.
No.
Why not?
Because it's my property. Can I go in your house and start filming?
But that's
No, my
of course
house,
not.
Oh,
I
so
pay
Nate's-
from my money.
Nate's your property?
You pay from money you steal in reply.
But Nate's your property.
It's
Is
my
that what you're
property.
No,
saying?
I'm not saying it's my
So
property.
all he
No.
wants to
No,
record, he
we
doesn't
don't.
want to record the
No, we
staff. He
don't.
wants to record them.
No, we don't. Nobody wants somebody in their house filming, especially with this guy's
But it's not- it's
reputation.
Nate lives there.
And,
That's
and
his
everybody
son.
that's worth a damn here in Santa Ana,
That's-
Orange County, knows who you are.
Oh,
Okay.
Last
That-
week when this woman that you brought called the police, you know what they told her? Oh, we're not coming out there. That's a Tseglin. Is that 903 Harvard? Yeah, we're not coming out. You know why? Why? She was there too. She called them and was listening. That woman came over here and called the police together.
So
They're
you-
not coming.
you want to
Why?
say
Because
that-
you're crazy.
that
You
she-
make this shit up all the time.
You say the police share with you information.
They said they weren't going to come when this woman called the 911.
How she know? How do you know that this policewoman what she told to me?
Stop. What's your problem?
I
just
caught you.
Caught me
I
what?
caught you.
I just told you she called her from over there, and that
Over
woman over
there?
there, that woman right there heard the conversation. Oh, is this about Tseglin? Oh yeah, we're not coming out.
So we're supposed to believe we don't have any
Did they
obviously
come?
video.
Did they come?
Oh, okay. Police
didn't
come
come.
or they didn't come.
They didn't come.
Whatever they did or didn't do. We're supposed to believe he's not being choked. He doesn't have seizures.
Absolutely.
Even though we don't have any evidence
Adult
to the
Protective
contrary.
Services comes out here every
Oh,
time
so
you file a
people
report.
come out. People come out
Adult
there.
Protective Services.
People come out.
You're saying
People-
they're crooked?
people-
You're saying Adult
I'm
Protective
saying we
Services
don't
is
have
We
any
will
crooked?
tell
evidence.
in the court.
I'm saying it's all
They come out
hearsay. I'm
every
saying
time-
it's,
every time
I'm
you
saying I could
go
be a
and start
social worker.
making up
Okay.
shit, they come out and they check. Every single time,
Are they there
they
when
have
it's
said
shown?
no.
Do you want
Every
another
sing-
proof that you're lying? Why did you lie these people 1 week ago that I was in the jail?
That you were in jail?
Yeah.
I never said you were in jail.
No.
That's what they said.
That-
They said.
I
you
never
told-
told.
So
I'm
you
not a
didn't
liar.
misspeak
I've
your
never
Spanish?
told these, you're saying I told these women that
Yeah.
you were in jail?
That's what they
That's
said.
not true.
That I was
That's
in jail.
bullshit. One didn't speak English, if you remember.
And
Oh,
that he's
yes,
abusive.
yes.
And that he's
That's
abusive.
why-
He abuses.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been accused of abuse.
Sexually
several times.
abused?
I never said that.
Oh, you didn't say
Are you
that?
making shit up, Robert? Nice try.
I'm-
This little
okay.
camera and wherever this goes.
Okay. Anyway, that's
the signal
hearsay. I'm okay.
changes
I'm
here.
I'm okay with not.
yeah, I'd watch your words
hearsay.
with me, sir.
But we don't have
Why
any
is that?
evidence. We don't have
Because
any evidence.
I can't control what my audience does, and they don't like it when I'm bullied, if you will.
That's right.
Anyway,
Okay.
no, forget about this words. What about
Let's see
the
your
evidence?
No, I'm just saying, sir. I have no control of my audience, and they're going to get.
We need evidence. That's
That's
all
fine.
we're asking
Bring
for.
both of them.
Evidence. We need medical
And
evidence.
you've made
So, right.
some suggestive
So-
words here.
So
We don't have
you
any
now
evidence.
tell that you never did not tell these people that I was in jail.
No,
So they lied.
apparently, because I never said
Okay,
it. Why would
anyway.
I say you were in jail if I know you've never been to jail for this?
I tell you why. Because you told them in Spanish. Because you know that
you're so
I don't
crazy.
understand.
I have the tape of
Caught you
everything I
lying?
told them.
I caught you
never
again
once said
lying.
you were in jail. You're
You,
whatever.
everything. what
Okay.
you
Anyway,
tell
let's
us.
not
Yeah, let's wrap this
let's
up.
not argue with that.
You
I'm
got
just saying
you're
evidence.
videotaping. You're doing something, and this guy has his audience watching. So let's wrap
And
this
you
up.
do it.
You,
You
have food?
forget, and
No,
you
no,
do
no,
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My-
So-
We have a right
this
to
is
do
mine.
it.
So why you
We
can
have a
do
right to
it
do it.
with your camera? I cannot do with my camera.
Yeah.
No,
He's on his
of course.
property.
Why not?
That's really a hard question.
Yeah.
That you can't figure that out.
No.
This is my property.
No, it's not your
Can I
property.
walk on your property and start
It's a
filming?
public property because
Why
it's
is it
for
public?
public
Why-
money.
You're
Why
out of
is
your
Yeah.
it
It's a
when,
public
why is
money.
it when
You're
Nate's in
Yeah,
his
so-
You're out
home?
of your mind. A group
Why-
home is not public property.
So you're
That's-
not. So you're a private corporation.
Private.
What'd you say?
Support.
Are you a private corporation?
Yeah, we're private.
So you receive no public money, no money whatsoever from any public
You said if
entities,
I'm a private
taxpayers.
corporation. Yes, I am, and yes, I get paid by the state.
So you receive
Therefore,
public
what?
money.
This is
So you are
open
in
property.
employment of the public.
What?
So you receive money from the public. So you're employed with the public.
Go somewhere else. You're not
Why don't you
making
go
sense.
somewhere else?
Yeah.
Anyway, you're not given any evidence. We are supposed to believe
Okay.
everything
All
the
right.
staff.
So what do you have for him today?
What you have, it's not your business.
Okay, then show me what he brought up. Show me him. It's not my business. Okay, good.
Good?
Anyway.
You approve?
Doesn't matter.
No.
They'll look at it.
At least I don't bring pizza. That you bring him every
Oh,
time
so I'm in
pizza.
trouble because Nate wants to eat pizza and I give him pizza.
Okay, anyway.
It's called America. Okay,
I'm
he has
married.
rights.
It's you.
Well, that's fine, but
America.
pizza every day
Who
of
said
their
every
life
day?
is
That's ridiculous.
not healthy.
Well, and you know this how?
Well, I mean, I'm not a health expert,
here's
but
an
I can tell you
important-
pizza every day is
If
not
you know it's every
healthy.
day, how?
Here's an important question.
You're suggesting you give him pizza. Why does he need to bring food?
Why does he want to bring food? Because he brings him kosher food, which is great. And Nate eats it when he wants to eat it, and then he eats what he wants to eat otherwise.
How many times he, for 3.5 years, visit synagogue?
None.
A liar.
No,
I
none.
caught you.
I said none.
None. Oh, thank you. That's how you freedom provide him.
He doesn't want to go.
Ah,
What's your
he
problem?
doesn't want to
He
go.
has rights.
Do
If he
you
wants
know-
to go to synagogue,
He
we would
wants to
try to
stay in
figure
his,
it out.
He wants to stay in this place for the rest of
You
his
know
life.
your brother better than I do. You know he's not somebody who wants to get out. What did he used to do when he get up? He
You
would
used to
wind
go-
up
you
having to be
yourself
restrained
admitted-
by us
you
and the
yourself
police all the time.
You admitted
You
he
know
used
how
to go
your
to
brother
school.
is. That's
He
why
used to
you.
go
That's
to-
why it's crazy that you want him to go to court. You know what happened if he would hit that court building? He would have such a panic attack and then become so violent he would be restrained, maybe arrested, maybe maced. You want that for yourself?
That's
We
why
want
You're
you.
a joke.
That's why you
He
so.
used to, but he used to have proper services. He used to go to.
What proper services?
He used to go to school. He
Yeah.
used to go,
Oh, it's
He
another car with
I mean,
you.
you used to
Who
serve
is
him, and
coming?
other people used to
Who
serve him.
from your people coming? That's ridiculous.
They live next door.
So he used to go to school, and I'm
I
saying,
don't
why,
need backup.
why right now he
Okay.
has to be basically
Tell
cut
me,
off
last
from
time when I visited,
society? That doesn't.
why you didn't follow us to the park?
What are you talking about? I never followed you anywhere.
You think that
Okay.
people don't see you?
What are you talking about? I was here last week and I'm here today. I've been here before that when they've been here.
Since we saw after I left,
I have never followed you to a park. I just want you off the property. Let's do it.
We're not on
Here.
property. We're on
I've
public.
never followed you anywhere. That's ridiculous.
how ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the stuff? Okay. All right, you guys. See you next Sunday. Bye.